Hey guys, Anna here, the heart of much guarantee. Happy to see you again. Didn't see you for a long time. Um, Finally, I'm come back. So, and today we will have very controversial topic: reasons why beautiful Ukrainian lady looking for big age gap relationships. So, I we will have some special guest at the end, and hi. And I suggest you will keep your questions until the second part of the live. And because I'm in big age gap big age gap marriage, and also this man have big age gap marriage, we can share with from women's sides, answer your questions, and men's sides, any question that you have about age gap marriages. Okay. So prepare your questions and we will try to cover it as much as possible. Also, I want to announce that tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Joe will do live Q&A, answering the questions about our upcoming social grand ball event. So if you have any questions, you want to be part of it, you're welcome tomorrow to join our live stream. So yesterday mm, I started. We post video which we filmed in Odessa, where I tell about the main reason why Ukrainian women looking for age gap relationships, because basically they're not serious. They looking for they scammers, looking for somebody victim. So I tell more about this, how to identify this woman, and how not avoid this kind of uh, relationship in your life. So now we will move to the second point, and if you want to watch more about first point, just go in description below this video and you will find the link to this video. Okay, so next it's sugar daddy type of relationships. It's unfortunately a very popular type of relationships in Ukraine, and let's face it that yeah, they mostly because of money, because the woman wants to be spoiled and have everything when she's young. She don't want to wait, and she basically, you can say, sell her body for the mm, luxury life she wants to have. Or I don't know, some ladies, they just don't want to work, so they say they agree with the man monthly payment, they will provide them and they will be their girlfriend, so like this. um the good thing about these couples, that they were honest about expectations of each other. Woman not expecting he will do proposal, because it's also marriage proposal, because it's not her goal, and man also like satisfied his needs to be with a young beautiful body, and with compensation from his side. But anyway, this type of relationship, they will never lead you to a marriage, because there is like nothing, no connection between people on different levels that marriage requires. And then again, I know that some men will be happy with this kind of relationship. I don't know, have a girlfriend with whom he can go to tropical paradise 7 times per year, but um, she can be, mm, I don't know, feel ashamed being in public with him in her own city. We also did a video with Joseph, seeking arrangements. We can add it also in the link below this video. You can watch it with real stories. So, in my uh, in my opinion, these two reasons, uh, like when lady just scamming you, she look at you like just to pocket. even normally scammers, it's not those ladies who will kiss you ever. There is no any intimacy compared to sugar daddy type of relationship. Of course, there is intimacy in this relationship. So, but uh, I don't believe in these two types of intention of the lady. There is no way to create a marriage, to move ahead. This very short term relationship, I don't know, 1 year, half a year, um, like this. So next point we will talk about, it's uh, it's when lady can be sincerely looking for a man with big age gap with the purpose to create a family, when she has it's lady with daddy issues from her childhood. uh, Sometimes it can be like she wasn't loved by her father, and she has this emotional need to be loved by older men, and she can be very sincere in her intention to find a man who will provide her this emotional brokenness, or satisfy her this emotional need. So uh, if you will like meet such a lady, and you will be good fit to each other in many other parameters, this kind of relationship can lead you to the marriage. Next, um, okay, one more I will tell you. I have a I know one lady. She told me she married two Danish men when she was 19. They have 25 years age gap, and she said I was never attracted to the men my age, and they have child. She's, I can say, happily married, and so I see this situation, and it's her case when was situation with them with the father in her childhood. So, and he like they meet each other needs, and they have great family together. So it can be a case. Next, it's mommy's boys, lady who before had relationship with mommy's boys, which unfortunately very big case in Ukraine, in the Soviet Union countries. Why I can say in our culture, it's like our parents, they really like to, to tell young couple, because normally marriages in Ukraine, uh, no, they families created in very early ages, and parents, they feel, young family need help, so they like to interrupt and tell what uh, wife and husband need to do, and young couple. And very often mama have very strong mother-in-law, have very strong position in the family. She even can be a financial provider for the family, and in that case, I know, like one couple lady, she loved man for many years, and they live all time together. It's also one, you can see they lived all this time with his mama. And whenever she start conversation, if they can, you know move and start live separate life, he say, no, I will not leave my mama, never, we will live all together. So it's um, it's a very common practice in Ukraine when young couples, they create a family and they start live with their parents, and they just didn't have this at right time, this separation from the family, and when I'm 35, I don't know what how it's connected to this topic, but okay, answer. So um, if lady has this kind of relationship before, with mommy's boys, and she's tired from having mother in okay, how it's called, she, okay, mother-in-law, yeah, it's the same in English, interrupting their life. She just she's looking for the next relationship. Don't do this mistake again. She wants mature man, who will be independent, strong, and she can be just with him, not building relationship together with his mom also, like very close relationship, like to live together. So it can be strong reason of lady wants older man. Then basically she wants mature man. And we see this very often also doing matchmaking. uh, that if young guy, Alan, I will answer at the end, okay? I will now just follow topic, and then at the end I will answer all the questions, okay? Thank you. You can write all questions here. So we see that when young guy applied to us, like he's no, okay, young, like 33 years old, sometimes lady afraid of be like refuse him to be introduced to. One of the reasons they say he's not enough mature. One of the reasons they can unconsciously afraid that maybe he's too connected to his parents, or maybe he just wants more fun in life, like, because what we see as a Ukrainian lady, a lot of beauty around, and men very often can be involved in this unlimited dating, which can for some never finish all their life. They just cheating with to even if he's married. So, but it's not all guys. There is a lot of good Ukrainian husband. I just want you to understand me right here. So another reason why lady can look for a big age gap relationship ships, it's when she's looking for a mentor or again mature man. For example, she has I don't know. It's a lot of couples like this in Ukrainian show business. One lady has talent, she's singer, and she wants to realize it. And we see many couples when man producer and he's like 25, 30 years older than her, and they started relationship when she's very young and he producing her, and then they live together and have already 3 children. Not one couple in Ukrainian show business like this. So when man helps her to realize her talents, and I don't know, just she wants to be with somebody very experienced and very smart, and she wants to have piece of this in her life, and she wants, yeah, like this. She's looking for mentor. Basically, it can be strong reason. Then last reason, it's okay. It's not last. There is some, I think, other reasons, but it's main reasons I go through. One lady, young. I saw this a lot in Americans movies, also in Ukraine, the same problem. Young ladies are attracted to bad boys, okay, like this, and they. And when they become older, they understand that very often these guys, they cannot provide them safety and security. And when she's like 30 plus, let's say, or something like this, she understands she just wants good personality, good man who will be good father, if she's especially single mom or she have intention to become a mother, she wants somebody who is very reliable, have good character, good provider, and yeah, stuff like this. And mhm. So she's looking, yeah, for a creating. She can look for a man with a like who is older, but yeah, she see in him stability, and yeah, it's what she attracted to. So it's all the reasons when women looking for age gap. But I see some of you guys all time asking like, why I marry I have marriage with age gap. I was not lady not from this list who was purposely looking for age gap, but I can say that it can happen to anybody, you know. But I mean, you just can fall in love with mm, person, and when you have many different level of connections, and you just feel it's like your native soul, and so. Mm, but we talk about general, like mm, most of the cases in Ukraine, like generally, mm, Ukrainian ladies are not open for like large age gap, like more than 15 years old. Yeah, the older they are, the more open they for age gap. And I go through all the reasons why they avoid big age gap relationships in one of my video recently I've done. We will also add it in description to this video, so you can watch it and find out what she's afraid of. And if you will be good enough to overcome her fears about that, you can become a good match for her, right? And live happy life like this. I know that some of the men, they want younger women, not just because of, okay, every man has different intentions. Maybe Joe can tell this more from the man perspective, but it's not only about younger body, something like this. Very often it's because the man never had experience to being a father, and of course there is like should be a physical possibility from women to uh, to to do baby, yeah, at the right age. And also some men, the younger lady, the more flexible normally she with her character, you know. The older lady, she like behavior like she knows everything, you know, she is not teachable basically. And it's also big reason why some men they want big age gap. So like this. Okay, I think I can invite our special guest. Come, special guest. And now we can answer all your questions, and yeah, from the about age gap marriages, from the woman and man's perspective. Okay, I will start answer. Mm, um, and Jenny Kroll, mostly because of money. Actually, I didn't write this point, but Joseph told me it's a big point. Like many ladies in Ukraine, they want to be spoiled and like have a good financial life. But I can say most of them they cannot do this without love. They still, if they even want to be spoiled, they want to have
Hey,
love.
sorry, I'm really sorry. I ran out of dough. I got my wallet's empty. Oh, hey, sorry. This is my part, my cameo appearance, isn't it? Money, show me the money.
Okay.
What happens when you run out of money, guys? Oh yeah.
Is I do for you or what?
Okay, just having some fun, right? We're gonna have a Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
It's
just getting into Q&A.
Guest.
Yes.
You come to hotspot my live stream.
Beautiful. It's 20 degrees. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Seaside here in Ukraine. So sorry to interrupt, Tane. You were answering question about. Is it always about money?
No, even I sent you today a song I found in Russian. It's a very famous group of beautiful ladies. They sing a song like, "Oh, mom, I'm sorry, it's not my guilt, but I cannot be with a rich man if I don't love him." You know, maybe we will add it somehow to the live stream because it's with, or maybe we can add this link so guys can read the text lyrics of the song.
There's several Ukrainian songs about that.
Yeah,
about
not one. Yeah.
and a famous Poltava
Even
play.
yeah,
Play
even
Natasha from
mhm,
Poltava.
mhm.
How's it called? Natalka Poltava.
Natalka Poltava.
She has a rich man. Her mama
Mhm.
wants her to marry, and then she's in love with the young studly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if they want to have rich life, they're looking first of all to love this man. Like they understand they cannot compromise on this. Okay, answer this already.
Okay, that one's done. Okay,
Yeah, go.
I noticed back here. There's a question. How old are you?
I answered already.
Okay, so you are 35. How old am I? I'm 29. Yeah. 55. Feeling like 29. Well, when you have two young daughters, you gotta
You're like
up the energy. Yeah, I mean they're like plugging into Energizer bunnies. Yeah.
You gotta be a child. Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
gotta
their
be a
daughter
child.
calls Papa. You child.
Yeah, I get accused of that a lot. Okay, how about this one? What do you think of this one? A real serious Ukrainian woman like you, you're not interested in big age gap relationship like me, yet we're married. How does that work? What do you think about that one, Janik? Do you think this one's a serious lady? So what would you say about that, babe?
I'm not serious.
Scammer.
Yeah.
I told you, now the wallet's empty. What are you going to do? Oy, oy, oy.
No, I'm very laughing personality is what I mean by not serious. As I said, yes, it's possible that a woman can fall in love with you even when she's not. As I said somewhere, if Joseph were introduced me just by his letter and photos and to see his age, probably I wouldn't commit myself to go on a date. I don't know. I'm not sure. Depends on what he show. Maybe he will show me his photos when he was 16. Okay,
that happens sometimes, guys. Don't send in young photos.
Yeah.
But let's we kind of do this improv style. Honey, why don't you share with guys? We met in front of Ocean Plaza Mall.
Guys can watch our video. We tell all our life stories, how it's happened. Yes, and because I met Joseph on the street, I feel his energy. I like his charisma. I like his confident. And I would like to know him more. And basically, his age. When I was very curious, I asked him, and it hit me a lot. Like
that was on our first date, basically.
Yeah,
we went to a rooftop restaurant in Kyiv, and I remember when you asked me my age. And how did it land on you when I told you my age?
No, you last time do this to me because I was very honest. I said I was almost fell down onto the table because I wasn't expect because he looks younger. That's
well, gee, thank you.
And his soul definitely much younger than his age also. So yeah, it was not something that I was expect. But then I said, okay, it's just like number,
Wait, pause. 2 months later, you said it's just a number.
Yeah.
She backed right off. Yeah, and I didn't really chase her. There was about a 2-month hiatus in between there when Anna was... I wasn't chasing you, but you weren't messaging me. You were dating other guys. Oh, the truth comes out. Yeah. You were not sure about me because the age gap scared her, guys. It's an important lesson. Guys need to know this is what a real, genuine, serious lady, single mom, not into games or dating, just wants a serious man. Of course, wants to fall in love. But yeah, share what happened? What happened? Why did you give me another chance, despite I'm an old guy?
You're not the old guy. Don't the definition.
I know, but okay, this is another question that was below your teaser video where you answered question number 1. So then, Anna, why did you marry an old guy? The guy commented. Remember, saw this morning. So what happened? Why'd you give me another chance?
Because you cannot go against your because of the number, against your feelings. You just I was scared about how I would introduce you to my parents, honestly, what the reaction I will have,
That's a very key point, guys. Like when it comes to meeting the parents, if it doesn't go well, there's a high level of resistance. It's going to be a very tough uphill battle that you might not ever conquer. So, but fortunately with us, it went well. Your mom loved me.
Yeah, but why I was so much scared, and because I had for 9 years or 10 years fight with my mom. She never loved nobody who I have had a relationship with before. So, and I thought finally, like our work can finish, and maybe I will get approval from her side. And then I thought, okay, now this age gap, what she will tell me. And that's why I was very sensitive about this. And yeah, but not only this, but yeah, basically uh, I shared why lady avoid the big age gap relationship, and there I touch my also personal stories, because I see it the same in I talk to many Ukrainian ladies about this, and they confirm my perception of age gap.
And that video, guys, if you haven't seen it, why
Mhm.
Ukrainian ladies are afraid or avoid a large age gap relationship, that is in the description below this video if you're watching this after live. But I lucked out. I was the first guy that your mom actually approved of, right?
Yeah. I thought it's like mama has so big demand that nobody will satisfy her ever. But you see, mama just feels something also in her deeply in her heart, and she wants me to be happy. And yeah,
I still don't know what I did to earn her favor so well, but she comes here to our place in the south and she starts cooking right away. What does Joseph want to eat? Really a blessed son-in-law. And your papa brings the moonshine, the samagan, so we have a good time. Okay, here's another financial question again. My experience is that Ukrainian women, they don't love. They first want to, their financial reassurance is that you can provide safety and security. Watch out. A lot of young Ukrainian ladies are still married, but pretend to be single. Well, that's not true. There are gears for you these are on scam sites. Okay, so the only reason you're saying that is because you're in PPL world, pay per letter world, on scam sites. Real Ukrainian women, no, would completely disagree. Yes. What do you think?
They don't know nothing about PPL. They never was in this agency, never get paid from this. And when they hear about this, they was like, what? Really?
Yeah. By the very fact that you say that tells me you're a PPL scam victim. But your former statement about Ukrainian women, they need to know you can provide safety and security first before they'll fall in love with you. I 100% agree with that statement. The two needs of every woman are love and safety and security. My fervent belief is in Ukraine, safety and security comes first. If you can pass that shit test and they understand that you're, a good provider, then they will allow themselves to fall in love with you. So I agree with that. Anything to say, huh?
Here. It is.
Well, what do you say about that first? What's your 2 bits?
Yeah, I agree with you. A young lady can be less.
So it is all about money.
Huh? No, I mean, I agree with you. I said what you said, but yeah, safety security it's their need. When they're younger, they can be have, of course, less expectations, less demanded to a man. Like this. So, but yeah, when they already have something and they achieved, they want men who at least not by social stairs, not less than what they make, like this. They don't want men to be they don't want to be sponsored for a man. This one they don't want, they want достойный. How to say достойный? I don't know.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Thanks, hon. I live in, where does he live in? Originally from South Africa. Okay. Mama knows best.
The reality is most nations in the former Soviet Union, most people still love around down?
Oh, in Vancouver. So we're better off than Vancouver. You know, it's like the Okanagan Valley here down south. Not quite as hot, but it hardly ever rains. And being a Vancouver boy for 28 years, where you don't tan, you rust, it is fantastic in southern Ukraine. I got to tell you that. So good to know. Okay. Any more questions, guys?
Mm-hmm. I ask a Ukrainian woman, Alan asked also. Ukrainian women don't mind living with their husband's family. It's very common practice in Ukraine, I can say. Unfortunately, because of bad economic situation, young couples, they cannot afford renting their place separately. And they can start young family like this, but with the purpose to move after some time, or at least if they live on a piece of land, they started build their separate house like this, you know. So,
but Ukrainian women do not like living with the family. His family.
They don't like.
No,
they don't
or
like.
even her family. The only reason they do it is out of necessity, right?
Yeah.
They don't have the funds to afford their own flat. That's why two families or more bunk together in Ukraine. It's out of financial necessity.
Yeah, it's not like in India. It's traditional, you know, to live.
Right.
Like it's not here traditional,
Good
but
point.
they just do this because they have no bad economic situation. Yeah.
How old when we met? Well, we met 2 years ago. So -2. 35 minus 2, 55 minus 2. So what's this here? But it's not how much you make. What is your profession? My profession is engineer, but that was in a galaxy far, far away.
It's not your question. It's not how much you make. What is your profession?
Yeah. No, I was just comparing myself. No, I mean, yeah, your profession does play into it. For example, I just heard from Ernesto. He flew home today. He's been with his lady, Elena, and he proposed to her in the Carpathian Mountains. By the way, congrats, Ernesto. It's been, I think, 2.5 years for Ernesto, and he just proposed marriage to Elena. So they're tying the knot. He was a little bit slow on it, but yeah.
It's better to be slow than in 1 month
than to be the fastest. The guy that I interviewed as our fastest meet to marriage 30 days, they're in the Ukrainian news now. But that's another story. I'm actually going to report about that. It didn't end well for them. He proposed on the first date, if you can believe it or not. He's Mexican. I'm actually going to do a live stream and we're going to talk about that. So anyway, kudos to Ernesto for bringing it home. She said yes, of course.
And you want to say that he's working as a post office, right?
Yes, and thank you. He's a postal delivery man. And back to the point of your profession matters. Yeah, postal delivery men are very low on the pecking order in Ukraine. Truck drivers, very low. I mean, there's a lot of professions they're very low, and if you're one of those guys, it's just a little bit more challenging for you, as it's more challenging if you don't own your own home in America. If you rent, that's a big security need that that isn't going to gain you brownie points if you don't own your own home. So these kind of things, it's all part of the journey to winning her heart, is being perceived as that safe and secure man. That
it's basically about stability. It's not about how much you make, but it's just something stability she can rely on. She goes to countries she never experiences, where she will stay. Maybe she will be kicked out, living on the street. She has a lot of fears, and of course she has to feel like it's a right man who will, be there with her all time through all.
Look at Robert's comment. I used to work for the U.S. government, and he didn't have a good response from Ukrainian ladies. They didn't know that California, has a great government employee, program, and that it's actually a good paying job. Yeah, because government jobs in Ukraine are shit. And this is what we're talking about. Perception is reality. So, it's just your job when you're dating here to wrap your package of you and present yourself as you know, a safe and secure guy. And you can do that by being confident. That's, you know, fake it till you make it if you need to. But really, we have a courier that's coming on as a client, and I coached him. Look, he owns his own courier company, although he's the only employee. So don't package yourself as a courier, you know, delivery boy. Package yourself as a business owner. You know, I own my own small business, and you know, you're not lying. You're just packaging it nicely, right? Okay. Any other questions? Otherwise, it looks like we're
And
winding down.
it's not about telling a woman how much you make per year. It's not the way you need to provide the picture. It's more about how your lifestyle looks like. You know, how often you go travel, how your day every day looks like, what you do on weekend. You know, this kind of stuff. You know, and from this you can understand, like, you know. Lifestyle, yeah. If this lifestyle meet a lady's expectations, yeah.
Yeah. Did you tell them that we're going live tomorrow with a live Q&A? Yeah. For the Kyiv Grand Ball event. So we're having a social that we call our socials the Grand Ball, because it's held in an old ballroom, and we have very, you know, it's a black tie basically event. Got to come dressed well. She'll come in her evening gown. Very classy event. And you get to invite 3 ladies that are confirmed to come to meet you. And so we're having this party. Please comment below, when would you like to come? When can you come? Mid-June, mid-July, or mid-August? Those are our 3 dates. There's only 10 spots. Quite a few of those are already gone. So we're having an early bird discount, and you can make it in 3 payments of $4.99 on the early bird. And a lot of guys are having questions with that. So come join us 10 a.m. tomorrow, Sunday, and I'll answer all your questions about that. Okay. Let's see.
What about a woman at the age of her childbearing years? Are they more open to large age gap?
You want to answer that? You understand?
No.
So you're of childbearing years, so 30 to 35, let's say. Are they more open to a large age gap relationship than a younger woman or an older woman? He didn't specify, Michael.
I don't think there can be a formula, you know. As I told before, there is what I described in this video at the beginning. When lady purposely looking, you have this.
He specified late 35 to 40. So the very end of childbearing years. Okay, I will throw my 2 bits in. Okay, hon?
Okay.
I think they're definitely more open to large age gap at that age. If she doesn't have children, that's the caveat there. If she doesn't have children,
she's open to anybody, any good man.
See, so you agree. In fact, you and I know somebody, no names, but we're pretty close to a lady that the window is closing, and yeah, I will even say the word, you know, desperate to find a man because she wants to have a child. So yeah, that's actually a good point. If you are looking for a large age gap and she doesn't have children already, yeah, much more open. Not all, but many.
But if she has children?
If she has children, that's totally different situation. She's not so eager to have more children. In fact, she's less eager to have more children because she already has children. And now with a large age gap, she's very apprehensive to have children with you because, you know, she's going to do the math. How old are you going to be when the children are 10? When they're going to be, you know, entering university? And who's going to provide for the children? Probably as important, right? Okay, let's see. Michael stepping up here. We can talk about his situation. You want children. How old are you, Michael, then, if you want us to help you live here? You want children. How old are you? And what age of lady are you looking for? You're a good provider. Well, that's good. That's very important, of course, especially if you're going to be an older father. You know, you need to provide safety and security all the more, right? So you're 61. Ouch. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, Michael. It's going to be a tough journey for you at 61.
And ladies 35, 40, yeah?
Yeah. I almost got
So it's
decked.
25?
I almost got decked on Krishatic because I advised a client that was 64, an American doctor, that I couldn't take him on as a client. And, you know, the most important thing to him was to have a child. And if we don't see you being successful with our ladies, genuine ladies, we don't take a guy on as a client. And he literally almost punched me on Krishatic. He was so pissed at me. But I don't feel it serves you, the prospect client, if I delude you into believing something that's just not reality. But, you know, hey, Michael, if it's really important to you, then I never say to a guy, you know, you shouldn't go for your dreams. That's the other side of the coin, you know. Just be aware that it's a very tall bar. It's an uphill battle. And look for ladies. Definitely look for ladies that don't have children, and look for upper 30s.
It's late 30s and to 40s.
40. Do you have a different opinion than me, hon?
No, it's a lot depends on how Michael look. You know, if he's good looking, like mine is 10 years old, you know, it can be totally achievable, you know. But if he's look like plus 10
You got
years,
a picture, Michael? What do you look like? How many kilos are you? You a sporty guy? You work out?
Because we see.
Do you clip your nose hairs? That's very important, Michael. Clip your nose hairs.
That's no.
Well, I don't know what is with old guys. They stop clipping their nose hairs.
One contestant we have, and he very good looking, and many even guys compliment him after his this video. They watch him. They say, "Oh, very handsome." And we did introduction package for him, and a lot of ladies, and he chose ladies 20, 25 years age gap, and.
Michael's handsome. He's handsome. Da Kanishna, of course. Show us a picture, Michael. Let us be the judge. Okay. Every guy that applies says, I'm handsome. Okay. I look way better than my age. Every single guy. I mean, when I've heard when I first started, I used to think that about myself, but I never say that about myself anymore because every guy says that. So excuse us for picking at you a little bit here, Michael, but it's true.
No.
But it is important what you look like and you know how old you look, right?
Yeah.
There has to be physical attraction.
Let me finish. This guy who has contestant. We did introduction. Introduction. It was even we were surprised. So many ladies answer him yes. You know, even he choose ladies 20, 25, and he choose ladies like 40. They was open, you know, for relationship with a good man. I mean. It's not necessarily that he from these several yeses will find his wife, but we saw big interest to him because how he looks. So
nice comment, hey?
Yeah, yes, thank you, Jones.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, let's go with this one. This is James asking. He's 67. His daughter's 44. Should he look for someone older than his daughter? I mean. That's really not the question, in my opinion, James. The question is, are you a strong provider? What do you look like? You don't have a big belly out to here, right? One of those guys. I mean, do you look good for 67? You know, some guys, I mean, we have a client.
What do you mean? His question, should I look for a woman older than her? Of course.
Older than his daughter.
Older than a daughter. And like, it should be 55 plus. Or like 50, at least 50 plus. Of course, older. Not younger than daughter.
Yeah, but 20-year age gap, honey.
No.
44, 54, 64. Yeah. So 23, 23.
50 plus.
23-year age gap. I mean, usually, James, because that's a 23-year age gap. Sorry, I was also thinking James is really wanting to have children, but that's Michael. I mean, he didn't specifically say that. I kind of had that on the brain, though.
Michael compliment him. Michael, I like your positiveness. I look very young. I have guys younger than me. That was older than me. Okay, he looks much younger and good provider. And
yes.
So it's increase your chances.
Michael.
I think it's.
I never, like I say, I never want to say give up on your dreams because hey, that was my only basically dream. Well, no, not only. I mean, to fall in love with the most amazing woman. And then I would
So
shoot
I'm not
myself
just
in the foot on these improvs. But I mean, to fall in love first, of course, I didn't want to just have a child with some woman, any woman, right? I
don't want just baby machine. No?
yeah, I didn't want just a baby machine. I
Baby
mean,
machine.
I live here. I could have found
I
that,
can
okay?
do babies.
But to me, you've got to be in love with your wife because you got to raise these children. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to have the best children on planet Earth, and the most well-adjusted, the most successful will be in their future. So
I've seen Ukrainian women that are gorgeous in their 50s. I agree with you totally. I was like, oh my God, why is this guy so sometimes so like capricious?
Yeah.
Because you can see, and great personality also. I know many ladies. Yeah.
Yes. Very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point. If the child thing is not important for you, and I will say, a lot of you guys use it as an excuse too. I really want to have a child. I've seen that so many times. That's your excuse to save face. So if that's you, whatever. I'm just saying a lot of you guys do lie. A lot of you guys do lie to save face.
Yeah, you need to be, it's very easy to read person, You need to be sincere in your intention and be honest with yourself. And the more honest with your matchmaker, with like if you go with us, be honest. Then bigger chance that we will be or will help or just tell you honestly that we are not able to help. Like this. But first of all, be honest with yourself. But I said before earlier, some guys, they're not only like attracted they want just young body. Some of them want child, some of them just want, like you told me, you cannot be with a woman who is like not teachable, not flexible, like this, with woman who knows everything already. Younger brain, younger, like they say, you do wife for you, you like sculptor,
Joe, I think you're the only one that does this. Thanks. You're welcome, Robert. Hey, if you guys like this, and I haven't asked Anna yet, but I was thinking we could do a live stream called Big Age Gap Love. Yeah. So in other words, true love with a big age gap. If that is your goal, it's different than if just, age gap relationship is your goal. Relationship and, loving marriage that will stand the test of time. It's a different topic. Would you guys like us to talk specifically on that? Let us know. Thanks, Robert.
Okay, yeah, Michael.
Okay, Michael.
Keep compliment himself. It's good. It's a part of your confidence.
Greg says, I don't want to have kids.
It's good if Michael, what he said, then I see. Yeah.
Okay. Da.
Ladies who they don't want to, if there is age gap, they don't want to really. A lot of Ukrainian ladies, they're really very how to say, especially from small cities. They're very dependent on what people think, about you. Very sensitive about that. So she definitely don't want to walk with you and somebody by accident will call him your father, She will be like, oh my God, if it will happen one time to her, then probably it will be finish of relationship. So
like basically happened to us in our trip to Odessa a few times ago. I mean, they didn't say it, but the look says it. No, you said.
No,
you said that.
No, look. No, I don't know. How he can be my father if I don't know English?
I'm going to share a shocking reality to you guys so you understand how difficult it is on the Ukrainian woman's side to have a 20 plus year age gap, I'm going to say, okay? Just trust me. I know this to be a fact. When a Ukrainian woman is with a guy with a 20 plus year age gap, everybody in the building, they call it a house, the building that they live in Ukraine, he will be dropping her off at home, let's say. They're in a relationship. They're all saying, and I kid you not, guys, prostitute. What a prostitute. She's with a foreigner. She's only with him for his money. What a cheap prostitute. I kid you not, guys. That's not all, but it's most Ukrainians. They have to live with this prejudice. That's what Ukrainian people, men and women, think about her being with you, a foreigner, with a large age gap. And even if there isn't a large age gap, okay, often, I will even say most of the time, they think that. And some of them will even say it. So she has to live with that prejudice every day. And that's why ladies, even in a relationship, they don't want you to come to their building. Okay, if that has happened to you, that is most likely why. Or she just could be a scammer, I mean, but there are legit reasons why she doesn't want you to come to her home and be seen amongst her neighbors. Okay. A lot of you guys probably didn't know that. And I just, trust me, that is the case.
Good point. Join's role also.
Okay.
That I think
sorry.
think Western men think so easier to get a Ukrainian lady because of desperation in the financial situation, and yeah, they think, but in reality, it's not so easy. Even, I mean, Ukrainian people, they're not very, how to say, they really can enjoy living on a very small money, and having fun in life. They and if they will,
they're really good at just getting by and being relatively content with that. Ukrainian people are tough, they're resilient. So while I agree with you, Mr. Jones, I agree, but yet I think it's overblown in the Western man's mind. He thinks, I'm going to come to Ukraine, very, very depressed, impoverished country. I can snag myself a young hottie, but it doesn't really work like that. You're gonna
beauty,
you're gonna snag yourself a young hot scammer is what you're gonna grab. You
have to be realistic. And realistic, as I told, like 10 years.
I think it more applies in Thailand and the Philippines. That applies more there because they're not as strong a women. You can buy love there. It's like love there. You can buy a young, hotter woman there easier than in Ukraine. Just on point to what Mr. Jones is saying here.
Yeah. Okay. It's what he mean. Yeah. He just tried
okay.
Guys
what you
not
meant.
be in the
okay.
cloud. Yeah.
Then we're on the same page. Okay. Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
And guess what, guys? I have had a crush on Drew Barrymore. Yeah. Since I was a little guy. Yeah.
Okay. So you met Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. I did.
It's funny.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was
Hocus
Nicole
Pocus.
Kidman. I was Drew Barrymore. And last time, whom I was, I don't remember. Somebody called me another.
Age is just a number.
But Drew Barrymore is the most.
Getting married should have a clear purpose so that there are not many problems in the household. Well, Sony, that's what all the scammer ladies say. Age is just a number. But it really is bullshit. Yes and no.
It's a bird.
That was a bird?
Bird,
really?
Imagine.
That was cool.
So loud. I thought it's drone.
Sound like a drone. Yeah, I mean, Sony, what do you think? Age is just a number, hon? I mean,
it's very scary. Very scary sentence, especially if you hear from the lady who you never see her, you never kiss her, you never have this feel that,
if you watched Anna's video she did in Odessa on age gap, which is in the description below this video, we put a profile of an Anna from an agency called Dream Singles. You'll see it all on there. And I actually met her, in person when I was with client Jean-Francis, as she was having a date with Ron, scamming him. And you're going to see this video coming soon. I went up to Ron and said, hey, I'm from Canada. Can I get your number? Well, we hooked up after. And you're going to see undercover footage of Ron being scammed by this lady. And you're going to see what's in her Dream Singles profile. Age preference. She's 30. She put age preference 25 to 60. Age is just a number, Sony. To her, scammer woman from Dream Singles, yeah, age is just a number because she's a scammer. No, that's a famous, notorious scammer line. Be very, very careful if a girl tells you that.
Yeah, it can be lady who kiss you, hugging you, and tell you this, and she like totally in love with you, and you feel this. When ladies tell you in this kind of situation, then of course, what you just guys have two loving hearts. Uh, how it's called, Cupid hit your heart, so it can happen. But if lady you never meet, she writes you such a things, or you feel like that. Also, some guys feel like it's age just a number. They ugly, fat, and old, and they think, okay, I will come here and and
So
meet
bright.
my top model. So yeah, it's not working really here.
Yeah, Gregory. I call it the
They
curse of
become
man.
cool.
I call it the curse of man. Too bright. Sorry, guys. But Gregory, I call it the curse of man that as we age, we seem to want younger and younger girls. The only question for every man is, can you control your beast? That curse, that beast inside you, wanting younger, ladies, because we age, but inside we still feel like 19 or 29, whatever. Most men can probably control their beast. Some men just seem they can't. We have a edition, Who Wants to Marry a Foreigner edition coming up. It will be hitting the channel next week with Jeff. Jeff was a 911 client that I rescued in Kyiv. And we tell you his story. He was just out of pocket $9,000 on PPL with AFA. And then he came to Kyiv. He had been 5 weeks, another $7,000, so total $14,000. And why he's getting scammed? Well, yeah, he's 64 and he's dating girls that are 30 and hot. So on point, Gregory. The thing is, what's really great is a guy like Jeff. He's savable. With some coaching, he understands that's not realistic for him, and you will see an hour plus coaching call with him live in our office with Tatiana, my matchmaker partner. Yeah.
You say all men want. So, I mean, if you can go through 19 years lady in red dress, you would do this or what?
Didn't I say I always shoot myself in the foot on these lives? Not all, darling. Not all. Most men
You say
have this
all.
curse.
You say all. What does it mean? If you can get lady younger than me, then you will go to or what? It's like all ladies
Darling.
like 35 or
It doesn't
like
apply to
32,
you and I.
They what? They are already out of any kind of relationship or what?
Sweetie, I'm generically speaking that this is a predominant curse. Maybe I'll call it the predominant curse of man.
It's like
Okay.
for men. I shouldn't be attempting.
Yeah. It's actually Anna's fear. Can you believe it or not? I'm sorry to bring it up, honey. Am I getting too close to home here? But can you imagine, just to give you an idea, guys, how can such a young, beautiful woman...
The fool.
Oh, come on. Okay. Again, shot myself in the foot. But
you sleep on the couch.
I sleep on the couch again. Sleep on the couch again. But can you imagine, guys? I mean, it just... what do I want to say to backpedal on this one? Help me out, guys. I dug myself 6 feet under here. I mean, it shows you a number of things, but okay, let's move on. Okay, here we got Woodrow here. He's 72. Wife was 10 years older. And died. Not easy to find a woman in Eastern Europe. Yeah, 72. I mean, Woodrow, Kelly, we got to do a follow-up on Kelly. Kelly was one of our first marriages. He's from Alabama. And Kelly was 72. And he came one trip and met Natalia, age 48, but very slim and trim and beautiful lady. Kelly's bald. Sorry, Kelly, but he's overweight. But they fell for each other. He actually got sick in Kyiv. He wears a CPAP, and she took care of him. And anyway, he came back a few months later, and they're happily married. They send us pictures from back in Alabama, and they're happily married. So don't give up on yourself.
It's 5 years since, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they was married, you see,
Yeah, they've been married.
46 years.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's a long marriage. I mean, but if you want to find love again, all I'm saying is, Woodrow, go for it. If you believe you can or you believe you can't. Either way, you're right. Henry Ford. No, but really, you can find it again. Kelly is, living proof. So.
And our matchmaker all time say that these couples like to work with 50 plus. It's the most enjoyable age because everybody very down to earth. Everybody just want to find the close soul friend, good friend. It's so easy to make this.
And Michael's right. There's ladies in their mid 40s, mid to late 40s, and even 50. I mean, that's a little bit young for 52, but it can happen, like I say, Kelly and Natalia, but maybe 50 depends what you look like as well, Woodrow. But you can find that, and let's talk about this for a second, because this always blew my mind. I was told that ladies that are in their late 40s, they've already given up on they're divorced, let's say. They've given up on remarrying again. I was told that. What do you think about that?
No, I don't think so. It's like, it depends on the person. Then why we have database with a lady who 40 plus, they if they don't have belief they can meet, they will not apply. They will not spend their time, And
the thing with my beautiful wife, Anya, she is the ultimate optimist. I kid you not. So who told me this is my partner, our matchmaker, Tatiana, that it's really hard to get ladies that are, high 40s plus, because they just have given up on love. They've given up on a marriage. And because there's so few Ukrainian men that are eligible bachelors, available at that age, they don't even think to try to look for love again. So that's another plus for you, Woodrow, that, they don't have many options, is my point. So if you, introduce yourself to a lady that's, let's say, 50, 52, 54, whatever in our database, chances are you get a good response. So.
Yeah, they vary.
He's 6 foot and 145 pounds. Wow, you're a rail. Woodrow, you're a skinny guy, which is very Ukrainian. Ukrainian guys are skinny. Not all, but yeah, there's someone for everyone. Exactly, Michael. I believe that fervently. Is that Lauren, our client? I think that, no, that's not our client. It's a different Lauren. Okay. So, I think we're going to sign off now, guys. Any other burning questions before we go? If somebody pops a question in the next 10 seconds, we'll answer it. Other than that,
it's already 1 hour, I think.
Yeah, time to sign off.
Can let the guys go.
Okay.
And think about many things we talked today. Yeah.
Yes.
And tomorrow they can come to,
Yes.
For the live stream.
Tomorrow, live Q&A on our Kyiv Grand Ball event. It's really fantastic because the bonus, guys, that we're throwing into this thing for $2,000, and it's $500 off on the early bird. So for $1,500, you get to come to the Grand Ball event in Kyiv, and also meet ladies for 7 days after the event, included for free. You get to meet an unlimited number of ladies if you strike out at the Grand Ball event for free as a bonus. Never done this before. So yeah, Michael, paka. Paka. I
like when guys teach learn Russian. How many words?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Great being with you today. Paka. See you tomorrow, 10 a.m.
Yeah, bye.
Cheers.